Right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And after a surprisingly long time between recording sessions, because we recorded earlier in the week last time and a little bit later in the week this time, welcome to episode 301 of Film Bastards. My name is Ian Loring, and as always, I am joined by...
Becky Foster, hello everybody.
And Mark Foster, hello everybody. Yeah, it's weird. It does feel like we've had like a really big, like, you know, when we have like occasional breaks. It feels like that, but it's not.
I think like we did two quite close together.
I think we did like two quite close together, and then we had that, and yeah, so it's good to get back in the saddle.
Yeah, it honestly feels like it's been fucking ages. It's weird.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting one this week, and we're not reviewing any kind of like big releases, but I think we got like shit to talk about.
Yeah.
So we've got the Joe Berlinger directed, extremely
Wicked, shockingly evil and vile.
Yeah.
Do you keep on getting the words right, but in the wrong order?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I keep doing that.
I just call it extremely wicked.
I literally was trying to check something to do with it on my phone earlier on IMDb. And I was like, why the fuck isn't it coming up? And it's because I was putting shockingly wicked, extremely evil and vile. And it wasn't bringing it up.
Why did you not just IMDb Zac Efron?
That's what I did in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I refer to it, it's just that Zac Efron Bundy movie.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you put that in IMDb, it's still cool.
No, it's that title. Anyway, it's that thing is a film. We'll talk. Also, a bit of a catch-up review of a film that we talked about quite a lot last year, and then Mark and Becky never saw it. So Luca Guadagnino, I don't know, Suspiria.
Yeah.
So my thoughts on Suspiria have been said multiple times on this show. Let's see what a second go at it did for me, and obviously Mark and Becky's first time. And we've got the latest. Sorry, I've just distracted by my mic because it really looks like a bell end. Sorry, it's just occurred to me.
Is your mouth really close to it as well, Ian?
Yeah, like big old cock, like just right there. I'm going to try and like ASMR this, like big old cock. And I'm not drinking tonight either. And the latest Patreon review. So Jordan's pick, Park Chan-Wook's joint security area,
which is really strange. Because when Jordan picked it, I checked everywhere and it wasn't available on anything. And then literally the next day, it became available to rent on Prime.
Excellent.
Which is really weird.
Yeah, somebody's listening to us. Google telling Amazon to put it on Prime. Sorry?
Very much then.
Yeah, indeed.
Those pigs.
And we're going to do Andrew's pick, you, me, and Dupree next week, I believe.
I'm looking forward to rewatching that.
I am actually, yeah.
Oh, it'll be a laugh. I've never seen it, so I look forward to that.
Miles, a quick tangent. Has everyone seen the fact that the Hobbs and Shaw movie in Japan is called Super Combo?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking incredible. Super Combo. They should just name that here.
It should be. It's a better title. Super Combo.
I can't wait for Hobbs and Shaw. Or Super Combo, as I think we should just call it from now on.
Yeah.
So things have been happening. John Singleton sadly passed away at that's no age of 51, which is fucking awful.
A director who I think because when he was making movies prolifically, he was very, very young. You know, it's crazy how young John Singleton actually was. And he was like 23 when he made Boys in the Hood. But because he got up to, Shaft, Bad Boy didn't do great. Too Fast, Too Furious wasn't that well received, and he only made I think one movie after that.
Four Brothers.
Yeah. So
like
two. He did that Abduction, didn't he, as well? The terrible Taylor Lautner movie.
The Lautner film.
Yeah.
God, yeah, he did.
It's hard to forget that he had Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, and Higher Learning. He did all those before he was 30.
Mm.
You know, and weirdly, I think we've done Poetic Justice. I'm sure we have on the podcast because we did it when we did the two-packathon.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's the one with Tupac and Janet Jackson where she works in a salon and they go on a little road trip with her friends.
I honestly don't remember that.
Yeah, we did that.
Wow.
And yeah, but the weird thing is, Higher Learning is a fucking cracking movie. That's about. Have you seen Higher Learning, Ian? I
don't think I have.
I've got it on a list to get for you for playing it forward.
Nice.
But it's all set on an Ivy League campus. And it features a black athlete who's there on a scholarship but isn't that bright, and they're fudging his results. You've got a young, and he's played by Omar Epps. You've got a young white kid played by Michael Rappaport who's recruited by Cole Hauser, essentially by the far right Nazi organisation around it. And then it deals with things like race relations and campus rape and all of these things in it. And it's I was thinking about it, thinking I wanted to rewatch it for a long time and thinking, but I wonder how it'll stand up. And then when you start to think about it and think, this movie's
topical.
It's topical now.
Yeah.
And it was made in 1995 by a 28-year-old black director who I think maybe got a little bit lost in the fact that he wasn't Spike Lee, and Paul Thomas Anderson and Quentin Tarantino were kind of the big hot shit there. And it's a shame that a voice as good as his kind of didn't do more. I feel like it should have done.
No, quite. It's sad. I mean, so his last film was Abduction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he was working in TV, wasn't he? But I don't know. It's 51, man. That's just honest. That's just no age.
Just to go back to the cast of Higher Learning. Listen, this is a mid-90s cast. This Omar Epps, Kirsty Swanson, Michael Rappaport, Ice Cube, Jennifer Connelly, Tyra Banks, Regina King, Cole Hauser, Busta Rhymes, Lawrence Fishburne, Adam Goldberg.
Nice.
Yeah.
And also Chewbacca died, Peter Mayhew, which was sad. I mean, he was a lot older than John Singleton was, but it still doesn't make it any less sad. But hey, shit, the guy's in movie history for the rest of fucking time, any really. So
and what was really nice is it seemed to be that he was a really, really well liked guy by cast and the whole sort of Star Wars fandom community. No one was being shitty about him.
No,
quite. A fandom that has the capacity to be really shitty.
That is a fandom that is full of the shittiest of the shitty people.
Yeah, no, too right. So yeah, I don't know. I think that was the big stuff. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is playing Cannes in competition, which is exciting. 2 hours 45 minutes long. Fucking let me at it. It's July, isn't it? I think that comes out.
Yeah.
It's summer.
It's summer movie, yeah. Tarantino wanted to release it in summer because it's set in summer.
Yeah, nice.
That was his thing. My past couple of movies that I've released at Christmas have been set at winter. And that was his whole thing. And you think, do you know what? That's quite Tarantino, actually. So we're just that basic with it.
Yeah.
Nice. God, Cannes is soon.
Yeah.
I think it might be next week, actually.
I think it is next week, yeah.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so, let's move on then, because there's also been plenty of trailers. What do we want to start with?
I'm trying to think of what we've watched. I'll let you start on these, because I'm just getting my trailer thing up.
I watched one for new Netflix film I Am Mother, which is on Netflix in June. Looks quite interesting. It's like a girl is basically raised by a robot, and the robot's voiced by Rose Byrne. And she's told basically everything outside's contaminated, no one's out there. We've got to like raise you to be strong, blah blah blah. But then Hilary Swank comes into the picture, and it's like, is Hilary Swank a wrong un? Is the robot a wrong un? What's going on? It kind of slightly had shades of Tao, which is probably not a great thing. But I'm willing to give it a go. Like Rose Byrne's kind of like, weirdly one of those actresses. I think anything she's involved in, I'd probably watch just because I like her vibe. And she she's got a decent presence. That's what I said. She's definitely got like a presence that's enjoyable, intriguing and enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Have you got a list there?
Yeah. So what we got? Sonic.
Oh fuck me. Yeah.
Yeah. Sonic, which is almost defunct now because they're going to redesign him because of the backlash.
The poor VFX artists.
Yeah.
He's heinous.
I don't have a problem with him. Do you know what I'd do if I was the FX guys? I'd just fucking do an 8-bit version. And go, there you fucking go. Have an 8-bit version. Have an 8-bit version. Have an 8-bit version in fucking 4K on a massive screen, and you can see how fucking shitty it fucking looks. You bunch of fucking nerds. I am very up for the fact that this movie will be 93 minutes long and will be just Jim Carrey twatting about for 80 of those minutes.
Did you see someone had on Twitter? Someone had gone, "Oh, so you don't like Sonic with his human teeth, do you? Here's Sonic with some hedgehog teeth, and hedgehog teeth are really like needle-like and sharp."
No.
So it was just Sonic with his mouth open with loads of fucking like piranha-like teeth.
I did see somebody went, this is easy to sort out, and just replaced it with Steve Buscemi's face.
Nice.
And I was like, I'm actually fine with that as well.
Have you seen the face swap that they did between Pikachu and Sonic?
No. Have you seen the joke that they played with people on with the Pikachu detective that it had leaked online?
Oh, that was good.
And it's literally just 104 minutes of Pikachu doing aerobics.
That's because the thing is though, it's like that first minute or so does legit look like that might actually be the start of the film.
How much did you get into it?
No, I know what it turns into, but I like the way.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was the same. I watched a good amount of it.
Okay, now.
And I was like, I know this isn't the film. I'm aware this isn't the film. But I'm enjoying the shit out of this.
I'm seeing Detective Pikachu twice this weekend.
Once with Lottie and once.
No, both times with Lottie. She's so fucking hyped for it. We're going with some friends of ours, like a little friend of hers and a friend of ours on Saturday afternoon. But he can't watch 3D films because of his eyes. But Lots wants to see it in the screen with the moving chairs, and that's in 3D.
So you're seeing it in 4D then?
In full chair raper vision, yeah.
You're going to get raped by a fucking Pokemon.
Oh, shit, man. There's going to be some weird 4DX stuff going on with that, actually. So, yeah. I'll report back on that next week. But, yeah.
What else have you got, then?
Just that Sonic one. I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know who signs that design off.
I don't mind that. I'm fine with it.
It's awful. It's just
solid.
awful.
No matter what they do, it's gonna look like shit.
But I don't know. It's like have him small. You know, it's like he's really spindly.
It's all long-legged and shit.
Yeah.
Oh god, that face swap's terrifying. Thanks. But yeah, I don't know. And I will say the gag at the end of the Sonic one about like, if you got a child, is your child in that bag? It's like, no, not my child. Like that's a solid bit. Of fucking,
he plays that really well, actually.
Yeah,
It's not my child.
I don't know. I'll take lots to see that, fucking no problem.
I'm actually quite looking forward to that, to be honest.
So Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah.
Which looks like it's dropping plot bombs left, right, and centre. But I'm assuming there's going to be like more. There's going to be like more to it than that. But like the whole Zendaya knowing he's Spider-Man kind of thing. It's like, did you really need to put that in the trailer?
Yeah. But I suppose it's to get the intrigue. It's a trailer where they've gone, do you know what? We've had to tickle your balls a little bit for the past two trailers. We're going to go balls out with this one and go, oh, you know those questions you got post Endgame? Bang.
Yeah, it's I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. It looks much grander than Homecoming, but it looks like it's still going to have that kind of like interpersonal shit that was interesting in the first one as well. And I'm glad to see Tony Ravioli from like Spider-Man: Homecoming, but Grand Budapest Hotel. He's back in it as well as Flash Thompson. I like that guy. Yeah, I don't know. It looks good. And when Kevin Feige says that this Spider-Man: Far From Home is the last film of Phase 3, I think already you can see why.
Yeah.
So yeah, exciting. I mean, what do you guys think of the trailer?
What do you think, Beth?
I don't know. I struggle to care with the Spider-Man movies. I don't find him engaging enough as a character.
I'm actually really up for this, partially because it's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
Yeah, I mean, that helps.
Yeah. Did you see the footage from the premiere?
No.
Yeah, there's a footage from the premiere where Jake Gyllenhaal literally goes with Tom Holland, the kid who plays his mate in it.
Yeah.
And Zendaya, and somebody put, why does it look like Jake Gyllenhaal's taking his 3 teenage kids to Disney World for the first time? And it literally does.
I don't know. I'm not super keen on the Spider-Man movies, to be fair.
I was a bit like, is this just going to be a bit like, oh yeah, and there's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
After Endgame, but I'm like, oh no, you're going to set shit up. This is more of like this is almost like the epilogue for Phase 4.
I'm more excited about the
prologue for Phase 4. Yeah.
I'm more excited about the introduction of like Gyllenhaal's character and the introduction of the multiverse and all that, and what that could potentially entail.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm very up for. Bitch, please, you've been a space.
Yeah, that's fucking incredible.
Yeah, I want more sassy Nick Fury.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Yeah, it's got what's her face in it though as well, and it the blank space on a screen whenever she's on screen. But...
What, Zendaya?
No.
Say?
Nick Fury's assistant.
Oh, Kobe Smulders.
Kobe Smulders.
Yeah.
She doesn't smolder. She's like wet coal.
Smolder. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it does have that in it. Yeah.
She's wet hardwood on a campfire.
Yeah, she is. Just throw it on, and everything just goes out around her. I thought you were about to insult Zendaya. I was about to hit her in the face with an iPad.
No, you know I like Zendaya. Big fan.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Far From Home. Digging it.
Yeah. Sorry.
What else have we got?
I mean, there's the big one, but do we have any others?
I don't think I do actually, no.
Okay, let's do it then. It Chapter 2 trailer dropped a few hours before we started recording. It's a fucking interesting trailer. I thought for a second the whole trailer was just going to be like a scene from the film.
Yeah, it does show a lot of that scene, doesn't it?
It's a significant scene.
Signif. Yeah, it looks very much like an It Chapter 2 trailer.
Well, it's gonna, because do you know why?
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but I'm very much like, I watched it and went, yeah, that looks part 2 to it. I'm fine with that. nothing surprises me or anything like that. But it still got my interest. But it didn't make me go, whoa. It just made me go, yep.
Oh, it did make me go,
It
wow.
kept it.
I watched it 3 times because I kept going, oh, is that that? Oh my God, is that that?
Yeah, I don't have that. But...
It looks like they're going to include more stuff from the books that's not in the miniseries.
Yeah.
From the quickfire bit at the end where it's scene.
Yeah.
There's shots and you're like, oh my God, is that? Oh my God, that's that bit. Like the bit with the all the balloons under the bridge. That's related to the Adrian Mellon sort of storyline, which kind of, from what I remember from the book, because I've not read it in a while, but it kickstarts the new spate of murders, which brings them all back.
Yeah.
And there's the bit with Richie with the big tall statue of the lumberjack man, who I can't remember who it is, but that comes to life and chases him in the book. That's not in the miniseries. So it's quite exciting that they're kind of including extra stuff.
Cool.
I like the cast as well. Like that's an interesting collection of actors, and seeing Bill Hader just do straight serious. Even I think that Barry show he does is supposed to be quite like generally straight faced. But I don't really watch much TV, so I'm kind of looking forward to see what he does there. And I don't know, James McAvoy and Jessica Chastain together, like, yeah, I'll watch that.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it's a really nice looking cast, that.
And the film looks good as well. Like Andy Muschietti, he's got an eye. I mean, the first one looked good as well. I really want to rewatch the first one, but it's just that opening scene, like, just fucking weirds me out to this day. Well, which is obviously intentional, but it kind of puts me off watching the bloody film. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. I've got no fucking idea what's gonna happen in this. I've never seen the miniseries and I've not read the book, so I'm going in pretty fucking fresh.
I can't believe you've not seen the miniseries.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like it's not my, as Spike Lee says, it's not my cup of tea. I don't know, like Stephen King miniseries kind of weirded me out. Like The Stand freaked me the fuck out when I was younger, and it like kind of just put me off all of them, to be honest. And I mean, I don't know, there's just something about Stephen King stuff, like Pet Sematary, like weirded me out a treat in moments as well, you know. And there's no fucking way I'm gonna watch. Like I'm not going to watch the Mary Lambert one. I just like I feel like my 1.5 times with Pet Sematary are the 1.5 times in my life, and I can leave that alone now. And it's just something, I don't know, something about Stephen King. I mean, he's just like he comes up with some really good horrific shit, but I don't like watching horrific shit all the time these days.
Yeah, I completely know what you mean.
I really enjoy watching horrific shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice. Okay, cool. So let's get on to extremely shocking. No.
Extremely wicked, shockingly evil and vile.
Can we get ice cream later?
That is such a good idea, and I wish I could, but I can't. I'm sorry, I have to pull an all-nighter tonight at the law library.
All-nighter?
Yeah, I gotta make sure I'm the most prepared attorney in the courtroom once my trial starts.
Why did she pick you out of the lineup?
My lawyer found out that the police showed him that picture beforehand. Twice. Of course I looked familiar. That's not even the worst part, Liz. What happened in Utah wasn't just dumb luck. The police already had my name. Someone gave it to him.
Someone gave your name to the authorities in Utah. Mm-hmm. And do you have any idea who did that to you?
Look, do you see that car out there? It's been following me since I got back. Either I'm going crazy or I'm being set up.
Yeah, that. I'm just never going to get the title. It's directed by Joe Berlinger and stars Zac Efron, Lily Collins, Kaya Scodelario, and Haley Joel Osment. Yeah. Okay, so this is based on Ted Bundy, played in here by Zac Efron, a killer of many women, who was also quite charismatic, and it's a story which is at first kind of told through the eyes of his partner, played by Lily Collins, and then the film kind of drops that in the second half. I suppose real life events kind of dictated that, and then becomes this kind of biopic-y thing about a rock star killer of women. Becky, what did you make of this?
I think you've significantly made a bit of a wrong turn somewhere when you make a film about Ted Bundy, and a lot of your audience, from what I've read from people's reactions, come out of it going, did he ever actually admit to it? Did he ever actually admit to it? I think that's maybe the wrong direction to go in. I get what they were trying to do, which is to kind of go, look, not all serial killers are monsters coming out of the dark with a gun and a mask across their face. Not everyone that's a bad person looks like a bad person. You can't immediately tell. I get that.
Or is bad to everybody they encounter. Yeah.
But I feel like they've leaned far too heavily into that. It felt quite problematic to me. I'm not entirely comfortable with the final product, although I do, like I say, get what they were going for. But I get what they were going for more from what they've said in interviews, the director and Zac Efron, more than the actual content of the film. They've been forced to explain it on numerous occasions, which suggests they've failed in what they were going for. That said, I think all the performances were all right. Specifically, obviously, Zac Efron's. I think he plays Bundy really well. But I think there should have been more context.
Yeah. I while we're just on that point before I go to Mark, I think the context thing is right. By the end of the film, I've got no fucking idea why he treated Lily Collins differently. Like, no fucking idea, no clue.
Doesn't go into his motivations or anything at all.
No, that exactly. That end scene just really, frankly, it kind of confused me. Like, it was just like, right, what is she? What is she actually? Okay, is she trying to get closure, or is she trying to set him up, or what exactly is going on here? And then, like, the way, like, he just fucking writes hacksaw out on it just like, what the fuck? Anyway, Mark, what do you think?
Well, when the first trailer dropped, a lot of the early sort of criticism was you've made a cool looking movie about a serial killer, and you've made him seem, like you said, like a rock star, and you've made him seem charismatic and almost like the hero of his story, which Ted Bundy did feel at points like not the hero of his own story, but he portrayed that he was the victim of his own story.
Yeah.
But did it with an effervescence and a style to himself that was very much like, not a coldness, but a warm coldness, a weirdness.
Yeah.
To that. And what I think, and the thing is, there is what a lot of people then said, what the filmmaker said was, no, wait until you've seen the film. The second trailer then gives more of an idea of, oh no, this is more of a more of what they were going for. It's not this hyper stylized. What is it? And then the film kind of falls somewhere between those two stools.
Yeah.
It's not biopic-y. It's not a biopic for a start off, because it only explores things mainly from him. It's not Lily Collins' character's biopic because she's not involved in his life at all those times enough. And it gives you an idea. Literally, I thought it basically gives you an idea of Ted Bundy if you read his Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
But then I read his Wikipedia page, and there's so much more about him than this. So it literally is, if you read the Wikipedia summary of what's going to be included in the page. But even that gives you more information about Ted Bundy. And it's a weird one, because Joe Berlinger has a very strong interest in serial killers and in Ted Bundy himself. And I think Zac Efron is very, very good. I happen to disagree with you on it, Bex. I think there's a lot of very bad performances in it, with the exception of Zac Efron. I think, for instance, Jim Parsons is just Sheldon playing, what is it?
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that's all he can do. Haley Joel Osment, I think is okay, but I was watching it going, he looks more like he could do these things. Are you sure he's not Ted Bundy? And Lily Collins and that Kea
Scodelario,
they seem like Amdram sixth formers in a movie.
Yeah.
They seem like kids in costumes.
Yeah, Lily Collins was weak. Kea Scodelario you don't expect much more from, because...
Yeah, I'm constantly baffled as to how she keeps getting cast in things.
Yeah. I just feel like if you're going to make a film from the girlfriend's point of view,
do that.
But they sort of do until they don't.
Yeah.
If you're going to make a biopic, do that, and they sort of don't until they do. But they don't include any of the stuff from his point of view that would give context. Like, this is what I was getting back to that. There's no... Too much of the film is from his point of view to not include any of the stuff about the murder. Too much of the stuff is from her point of view to then not have her looking at the news reports and reading about what was done, and then none of that to be included. Nothing about the crimes or anything like that was included.
This is it. It doesn't get into the actual crimes. Now, I'm not saying I want a grotesque film that shows all these crimes being committed or anything like that.
No.
But I'll let you speak in a second, Dave. I'm going to come to you because I think you're going to agree with me on this point, right? If you're going to make a serial killer movie now, what you have to do is you have to go, right, so we're making a serial killer movie. There's actually real serial killers. There's been a lot done. There are very few that are any good. There's been loads made about Manson. Most of them are shit. All of them, actually. I'll go as far as to say all of them are shit. Even the ones I haven't seen yet are shit. Tarantino is going to change history, I think, in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
By making a Manson movie that's not about Manson.
Yeah.
Sharon Tate's not dying.
Yeah,
I'm fucking convinced.
Charles Manson's hardly going to be in it at all. It is set against the backdrop of that time. So, if you're going to make a movie about a serial killer that is based on real life, and you're not wanting to do it as a schlocky thing to just try and get people to watch it, like the Murder of Sharon Tate movie, I think that just appeared on Netflix or Prime, that one.
Is that the one with
Or
Hilary
the
Duff
death
in it?
of what? Yeah, that one. If you're not trying to do that, then you've got to look at it and go, how can we make Zodiac but about Ted Bundy? Right?
Yeah.
That is how you should do it. This is nowhere near Zodiac level. And Zac Efron is let down because he's proud of it, because he's gone, do you know what? I'm not playing the pretty idiot this time. Actually, no, I am playing the pretty idiot, but I'm not playing the pretty idiot that everyone wants to see take his shirt off and fall over. I'm playing the pretty idiot that did all these heinous things. It's a real part for him.
Yeah.
And he's really good.
He is really
But the rest of it is so flimsy.
His performance as Bundy in another film that's more fleshed out.
Yeah, fantastic.
Great.
Yeah.
Ian, what did you think?
Yeah, I agree with that last point. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of stunned that like Berlinger's not getting more shit for this. To be honest, in the times in which we live at the moment, I'm fucking stunned that this film has kind of got a release. I would almost call it irresponsible, to be honest. I mean, the courtroom stuff is a fucking joke. Like, pretty much it all seems to be pointing out, actually, hang on a second, some of this evidence is a little bit sus. I mean, you do have that fucking ridiculous scene with Kaya Scodelario. Even I'm sure that was based on fact, but like I don't know, like the whole kind of like proposing to her in the fucking courtroom and whatnot. And he was obviously like playing to that shit. But the teeth thing, it's like they are kind of raising points there. It's like, well, hang on a second, were his teeth actually crooked at that time? There's another thing about where it's ruled to when he's talking about it's the detective and he's saying he surreptitiously recorded him, and then it's like, well, you should strike that from the record because of X, Y, and Z, and it's almost like a fucking hero moment.
Yeah.
I was watching this film and just thinking, right, so what is Joe Berlinger basically making a like fictional recounting of how Ted Bundy got fucked over? Like it felt like he liked Bundy and he wanted to tell like the true side of the story.
What I'd say there is, let's say you went into this as under a certain age, under 25, Zac Efron fan, because you saw it on Netflix. Sky Cinema. It is on Netflix in the US. I think that there are stupid people, or not even stupid people, just people who don't know these things yet, and not necessarily stupid, who could come out of it and think, legitimately go, but did he kill all these people?
Yeah. Well, that's what I think Ian's getting at, the irresponsible comment.
Exactly.
People that don't know will come out of it and go, well, yeah, you just got fucked over.
They don't actually mention it anywhere during it that they literally found pieces of people in his apartment.
You see, that's the thing. It needs stuff like that.
Yeah.
It needs that, because the courtroom scenes in this, it almost feels circumstantial. And when it's like the guilty plea, the way the courtroom scenes have been proceeding, the fact that it's then guilty, it's all like, if you didn't know, it would almost be a shock. And I mean, like that last scene would all like where he writes out hacksaw. I mean, the film actually kind of plays it as if it's a twist reveal. It's like, oh shit, he did do it all along.
Yeah.
And but I don't know. It just, my word for it would be irresponsible. But I don't think it's necessarily kind of like, I didn't hate it. I think, like you guys have said, I think Efron is very good. And I don't think this will stain him. But I think Joe Berlinger needs to fucking look at himself.
I think it'll be one of those ones going forward in years to come. It will be Zefron was great in it, but it wasn't a great film. In the sense, I didn't dislike it, but I was fine while I was watching it. But then afterwards, I'm going, right.
Yeah.
But this is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem. And
it's one of those where the more you think about it.
And I'm not a champion or anything, but my affection for my wonderful Zac Efron is I feel like I'm all right to go, it's not a good film, but he's good in it.
You can like the performance and not like the film.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I do feel a little bit like that. I think he should be proud of it. I think Joe Berlinger just shouldn't be proud of it.
Exactly. Well, like I say, if you take exactly the same footage of Zac Efron, but there's more background footage of other contextual stuff,
Yeah.
good film, fine, perfectly fine. But it's not. It's just left at that.
Yeah, there's too much ambiguity to it.
Yeah. In a very non-ambiguous situation.
And I mean, I've got to say as well, just like the whole kind of reveal that it was Lily Collins who actually tipped off the police in the first place, like just in the context of the film, that just made no fucking sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like no understanding for how their relationship is set up at the start, that she sees that shit and then calls into the police. Like, I just don't understand it. And like the way that then he's arrested and whatnot, and she's with him, she's by his side for quite a while before things go south between them. And I just, you need if you're going to do both of those things, you need to explain why. And I don't need films to explain everything to me, but this isn't a David Lynch film. It's not a film that's asking you to kind of like make of it what you will. At least I don't think it is. And again, if it is, that's fucking irresponsible given what it is. I mean, like, shit, that fucking picture of just the woman with the head cut off, like, oh god, you know, it's horrible stuff, and yet he's a fucking rock star in it. I don't understand it.
That's it. I think I completely agree. They don't shine a light on quite how horrific his crimes were.
No.
They seem to shy away from that a little bit, like almost like they don't want to.
Well, and that's the thing,
yeah. Like, I think you were saying that, Ian. It's like Joe Berlinger he's more impressed with the celebrity of Ted Bundy, and he's like, but he isn't interested in the gross of the acts. He's more interested in the how Bundy saw himself and things like that. It's like, and like you say, that's fine. You can do that because you're a very wealthy man and you can have that as a little obsession. But then when you make a film about it, you've made a film for you to have a play around with a Ted Bundy movie. And it is problematic. And I say that as somebody who despises describing films as problematic.
Yeah, totally.
If they've been wanting to kind of go, oh, we're going to show the juxtaposition between the horrific man Bundy was on one side versus the face that he showed the world, they didn't represent the horrific side at all.
Yeah,
just the face that he showed the world.
Yeah. It doesn't land. Yeah.
You know, and there was an interview I read with them both the other day, and Zac Efron said, you know, we really wanted to make this film for the victims.
What?
If I was one of the descendants of one of the victims of Ted Bundy, I would feel insulted by that film. And sickened, to be perfectly honest, by it.
Yeah, that's mental. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's shit.
You shit.
I kind of want to stop talking about it, so yeah shit.
Right, I'll just find out what our audience the poll was.
I feel so sorry for Zac Efron.
What you want it next?
He'll be all right.
It has to be a shit.
I'm touching cloth, but that's just because of Zac Efron's performance.
Okay.
And I'm comfortable with that. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
What's the poll?
I need to read that, I don't know. I just looked at it.
I was wondering.
I looked at it and went, well, that's interesting. Definitely not shit, 22%. Touching cloth, 56%. And shit, 22%.
Fucking touch. No, all right, fair enough. How many votes?
9.
Okay. Okay, so just remembered I'm hosting. Sorry. Let's continue this party train with Suspiria, directed by Luca Guadagnino, starring Dakota Johnson, Tilda Swinton. I think, I'm going to say 4. Tilda Swinton's, Mia Goth. No, yeah, Mia Goth, Chloe Grace Moretz, and others. So Suspiria. I think it's bobbins. So I'll probably let Mark and Becky take the reins on this one. So finally, Suspiria, guys, what do you think, Mark?
The original Suspiria is what, 104 minutes long or something like that? 97 minutes long. Can you check that for me? Mm-hmm. Right, because this is
150,000.
153 minutes. Right. Yeah. 253 minutes. Yeah. Ian, you said
1 hour and 40. So
1 hour 40. So
80 minutes.
No, it's not. How did you get? 1 hour 40. How did you get 80 minutes?
All right, come on now.
100 minutes. There you go.
Shut up.
That's what that you dished to write me there, didn't you?
Did you?
Yeah. So yeah, 100 minutes, right? So this you could literally watch Suspiria and a half of Suspiria in the same amount of time it would take you to watch this. Ian, you said about this that it feels like Luca Guadagnino, like he wanted to make a different movie, but would never get given the money to make that movie.
Yep.
So he agreed to make Suspiria and then just tried to slide that movie in there as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. The problem is that movie is really fucking boring. Mm-hmm. Really, 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 really boring. If, right, Suspiria had Gary Oldman in it, right, and he went, that character there, yeah, I want to play that character. But Gary, that's fine, but it's a mid-80s German woman. Yeah, I want to play that character. See what you're saying there, Gary, right? And we love you, Gary. We do. But it's a mid-80s German woman.
I want to play that character as well.
Right,
that's an early 40s female ballet dancer, Gary.
Yeah, right. I'll play that one. All right. So right, okay, Gary. We'll let you play that character. Can we have prosthetic in? Yeah. Right. Can you just do the voice? Yeah. Gary, that sounds like you doing the voice of a mid-80s German woman.
Mm.
Yeah. It sounds like you doing that voice.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. I always want to play this character. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, shit, what have we done? Right? If you did that, people would have a problem with it.
Yeah. Right?
People would be saying, hang on a minute, why can't the cast just an older actress in that role? What is it? When it's Tilda Swinton, it's seemingly okay. But it just looks like Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
It sounds like Tilda Swinton.
It doesn't actually, for me, it doesn't look like Tilda Swinton until that last scene where she's in the bed after she's been to visit her for that last time.
Yeah.
After she's been to visit him for that last time. It doesn't. I think they've done quite a good job on the makeup. After you pointed out that it sounded like Tilda Swinton, I couldn't unhear it.
Yeah.
That you ruined that for me.
I'm fine with that.
It's like, I think the makeup around the eyes, it's not craggly enough.
No.
It's like like the character's got quite a soft face, and it's supposed to be like like you say, a German professor or psychiatrist in his like mid-70s or 80s, and yet it looks like he's got a really, really good skincare regime.
And then you've got it set against the backdrop of the Bader-Meinhof incidents, right?
The timeline really bothered you, didn't it?
Which it's constantly referencing for no reason.
No.
For no reason whatsoever. Again, literally, like the director, again, has just gone, fuck it. Wikipedia summary. Bader-Meinhof.
Yeah.
Right? And setting it against that. He seems to forget. It's like somebody had to keep reminding him, but we do need to do some scenes. And I know you want to watch this old man walking places. We know that you really like that. But we do need to do some scenes in a dance studio. And he's gone, can second unit do this? I've got another 8 hours
Of old
man walking to shoot here. And it's just, it's crap. It's really crap. And I also had to put up with Tom York.
What, doing his best Twin Peaks impression?
Yeah, that's the only bit. The only good bit of the music is literally the bit he steals from Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very good. None of the performances are very good.
No.
Not one of them. And if
Mia
anyone's
Goth's quite good.
do you know what? She's all right. I think she's all right because everybody else is so bad
Yeah, she probably feels better at
that she feels better.
Yeah. Chloe Grace Moretz is in it for, maybe 5 minutes collectively, and she really fucking bothered me with how shite she was as well.
She's awful.
That opening scene is not good.
Painful.
No, it's brutal. I would go that far. The witches literally cackle.
Yeah.
Literally cackle. The dancing in it, I don't know whether they even had a choreographer.
No, the dancing is shite. To say that it's supposed to be based around the dance studio. Now, no, it's not supposed to be based around a ballet studio.
Well, I only realised that towards the end.
But when
you went,
it's not ballet.
It's not ballet, Dick. And well, that explains a lot.
But to say that it is supposed to be based around a, air quotes, generic dance studio, the dancing's shite.
Yep. And then they got into the Sinead.
Dakota Johnson's only method of dancing seems to be lay on the floor, writhe around, and rub your face on the floor a bit.
And then we'll just throw in some Japanese rope bondage in towards the end of it. Yeah. It's... And I'm sorry, right? But that end half an hour, right? And I know we're not allowed to really reference it because of the director of these movies. I'm going to reference questionable past. But that ending felt like it was either from a Jeepers Creepers sequel or one of the Wrong Turn movies. But is being held up as this, isn't it amazing, just because it's the director it is.
To be fair,
warbling over.
I don't think the general reaction to Suspiria was, isn't it amazing?
But there are some who are saying it is.
There have been some, yeah.
Some have drank the Kool-Aid.
It, like, that end sequence, I mean, Tilda Swinton in a fat suit, like, that bit.
With that end sequence. Like, I was coping with it up to that point, going, do you know what? If you just take out the factor that it's supposed to be a Suspiria remake and you just look at it as a witches in a dance studio kind of separate film, it ain't that bad. Try to kind of play devil's advocate with my own brain, but that fucking, it goes absolutely fucking off a cliff.
Yeah.
Just the twist makes no sense to me.
No.
I honestly don't get how she was actually Mother Suspirium all along.
Yeah.
Like, just no. I mean, what was the plan? What actually was the plan?
What, like the witch's plan?
No. I mean, like Tilda Swinton's plan. It's like, is she trying to recruit? But no, sorry, Dakota Johnson's plan. Is she trying to recruit Tilda Swinton? But then when Tilda Swinton gets killed, it's basically, right, I'm going to kill all the ones that didn't vote for Tilda Swinton? Or, like, does she fall in love with Tilda Swinton? Like, but Tilda Swinton's giving her the dreams. But then it's like, well, but surely she would have the power to not have the dreams if she was Mother Suspirium.
Well, maybe she's activated by being, like, around the witches. Maybe she isn't.
Well, because she says that she was drawn to it, wasn't she?
Oh, I have no fucking clue then.
It doesn't make sense.
And then, like, Tilda Swinton's dead. She's had her head chopped off nearly. Yeah. And then she's not dead at the end. Yeah. So then nothing more is made of that.
Yeah, nothing's more of that. They go, oh,
you're alive. Ooh. Exciting. Your head's a bit wobbly though. And then that's it.
We need some tape. Can we have some tape?
oh, she'll be like that girl from that urban legend that wore a choker all the time, and then when she took it off, her head fell off.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you meant the urban legend. What's her name? The one who can't drive. Crashed into people.
What?
What's her name from Urban Legend?
Rebecca Gayheart?
Yeah. She like hit like 2 people, didn't she? And
Do we have to say allegedly, or is it just like a thing?
it's a thing. Yeah. She's got to for it, but she was. Yeah. It's crap. It's really, 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 really crap. And also, as well, it's ugly as fuck. It's an ugly movie. And I don't mean like it's shot badly, although I don't think it's shot that well.
No.
I mean, aesthetically, it's really, really ugly.
Yeah. Yeah, it really
And if
is.
that's intentional...
It might have been...
Go on.
I will just say it might just be the 4K because like Amazon Prime have it in 4K.
No, I mean the what is it? The palette and the set design.
Well, I was going to say
hair.
I thought the look that it was going for, I thought it achieved quite well, and I will say that watching it at home was better than watching it in the cinema. Yeah. It looked better on my fucking TV than it did in the cinema, and that's a damning indictment. But anyway.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's probably achieved the look it was going for.
Yeah,
but the look it was going for was fucking ugly.
Yeah. It was hideous. It's like when but it's set in Berlin in '77, and now I'm gonna get on the fucking timeline now, right? It's set in Berlin in '77, and that was oppressive, but it was a lot of autumnal colours and Tom Yorkie colours and all that lot.
What's a Tom Yorkie colour?
Just bland and boring, but knobheads wear it. And it was all that, but you watched it going
boring and knobheads wear it.
Yeah, but you look at it and going. So what you're saying is, it is the entire film is everyone's nan's living room. That's what the entire film is. Everyone's nan's living room.
But concrete here.
Yeah, everyone's nan's living room that grew up, around the fucking streets and the skies. Yeah, it's that. It's just you watch it going. There's nothing good in this. It's just miserable and boring, and it's not a mystery. It's not a thriller. It has nothing to do with dance. It's not a horror. Bobbing. It's just I don't get how you go. We're gonna make a Suspiria remake and then get that.
No. There is no possible
connected
way
tissue.
Going forward, I would ever go, oh, I'm going to watch that Dakota Johnson Suspiria movie and not just go, no, I'm fucking not, and go and get the Argento one from upstairs on Blu-ray.
There's the ending with the witches and all that lot. I can't remember what fucking film it is. There's a film from the late 60s. It's a British film as well, and I can't remember what it is, that has basically that in it, and it's a lot better.
The Italian Job.
Yeah, but that'd be better, a lot better. I can't remember what fucking film it is that's about witches. But anyway, that basically has that in it. That ending, almost the same. And it's better. Or just watch Ken Russell's Devils. That's better.
Yeah, watch Ken Russell's Devils.
Suspiria.
Or watch Suspiria. Yeah. No, but this doesn't want you to watch Suspiria. This wants you to watch a better version of Suspiria that has nothing to do with Suspiria.
Yeah, but all it's achieved is made me want to watch Suspiria again.
Because you've seen Suspiria.
And possibly Tenebrae and Inferno.
Yeah. Because
they're just fucking better. If you want to know about the whole story of the three mothers, which is clearly what this has tried to do, is to incorporate more of the myth that Argento set up with those 3 movies. He's tried to incorporate more of them into Suspiria and pull them all a bit more together. Then just watch those 3.
I'm to the point now where my only reaction in my brain now that I can think of to have to people when I meet somebody who tries to say, well, no, what's Suspiria, the Luca version, what it's trying to do is it's trying to actually have more depth to it and tell you about this. All I can think of I'm going to do there is I'm going to knock their pint out of their hands and pants them and go,
do you know what came to my head?
You look as ridiculous as that movie now.
Do you know what came to my head when you said that? You know that meme of Batman slapping Robin?
Yeah, a little bit. It's just that it's...
I'm a bit disappointed we don't have anything in the rating system that we use that is worse than shit.
It's the thing about it is
We could have another one. We could have Fallout, Dragged Across Concrete.
There's too many now.
Shit, Touching
No,
Spots,
there's not.
Definitely Not Shit, and Suspiria.
Suspiria, which is the thing
Which is just so utterly shite to be anger-inducing.
I'm actually fine with that.
Are you fine with that? Like,
Yeah.
We'll have that then, Bex. You're now the ratings bastard. You're in charge of ratings.
We're a six-rating system now.
Even though I would suggest though, like, so Film Junk, this other podcast I listen to, they do a thing where they do a 6 out of 5, but you only get 2 a year. I think the Suspiria and Fallout ratings should be like a 1 or 2 a year thing.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
So you really have to think about it. Do I actually want to give it this rating because of what else could be coming at through the year?
Right. I absolutely agree with that. So the film is set in 1977.
Right. Okay. Let's do this.
But many times
I've
they
heard all
mention.
this. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Can we close this curtain as well? Many times they mention the war, right?
The war.
And it is expressly said that his wife was captured in 1943, right? Which is 34 years before the events that we're seeing, right?
Right.
But, so, for instance, Tilda Swinton's character kept the studio going throughout the war. How fucking old is her character supposed to be, right? Because she would have to be in her 60s, 70s, and she doesn't look like that.
Yeah, that's
that
a really
one,
fucking good point.
So there's that one. Not only that, he says to one of the detectives that he goes to see, the old Tilda Swinton man, says, "Oh, we've met before, haven't we?" And he's like, "Have we?" "Yes, you helped my wife get blah, blah, blah." And it's like, right, how old is he? Because he looks like he's in his mid-40s.
Yeah.
He would have to have been like 9.
Yeah.
He'd have to have been a police officer at 9. Now, I know a lot of weird shit went on in Germany during the war, but they didn't make 9-year-olds police officers, right? You can't start putting those things in if the timeline just doesn't go. And I started thinking, how has that happened? And then I looked and realised that David Kagajniak, the writer, he also wrote A Big Splash, which I haven't seen, and you say is actually quite good. And I'm actually
Big Splash is fantastic. Yeah.
Right? He also wrote True Story, which is the
James Franco, Jonah Hill.
James Franco, Felicity Jonah Hill movie. I've seen that, right? It's crap. Franco, Felicity Jones, Jonah Hill are all very good in it, but it's crap. He also wrote a horror film called Blood Creek with Joel Schumacher.
Oh,
right?
God, the Michael Fassbender one.
Michael Fassbender. And everyone's favourite Dracula, Dominic Purcell.
Nice.
And everyone's favourite Superman, Henry Cavill. That's crap as well. He also wrote The Invasion with Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig. Do you know what else? That's crap as well. Right? How did this guy end up fucking writing Suspiria when everything else he's written's crap?
Because A Bigger Splash is directed by Luca Guadagnino.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the movie that got him to be able to direct Suspiria wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was Call Me By Your Name, which was written by somebody else. I don't get it. I kind of want to watch David Gordon Green's, what is it now? Suspiria. But we're never going to get that because we're stuck with this crap.
Yeah, I don't think there'll ever be another remake of Suspiria. I think this has fucking tanked the name quite.
I'm glad it did shit. I'm really glad it did shit, right? Can we also, before we move on, because I think we should move on.
You're getting angry.
I'm getting angrier and angrier, right? Can we also please start to look at the fact that Tilda Swinton hasn't been very good for quite a while. I'm trying to go back to when she was last good, like properly good, and I think it's Only Lovers Left Alive.
She's good in Constantine.
I thought she was good in that.
I thought she was alright in Avengers Endgame, to be honest, but
She was fine that, but she literally is just talking. But then when you take that character and combine it with what she was like in Doctor Strange as the Ancient One, she's a bit crap. She was crap in Okja. She was crap in War Machine.
God, yeah, she was in War Machine, yeah.
She was crap in Hail Caesar. I don't think she was very good in Grand Budapest Hotel, but other people might think differently because they prefer that movie more so I do. I need to rewatch We Need to Talk About Kevin because I fucking hated it.
You really hated that.
I fucking despised it.
On a visceral level.
Yeah, I was angry. I want to go out and find somebody who likes this movie to have a fight.
Wow.
What is it? I disliked that movie. Like, no. Who likes this movie? Let's find them and I can have a fight. Yeah.
You don't like Ezra Miller, though, do you?
No one likes fucking Ezra Miller.
Yeah, I don't think anybody likes him.
Attention-seeking twat. Yeah. I'll cover for the fact that I can't actually act for shit by just being a knobhead. You can be a knobhead if you're talented. If you're a talentless knobhead, you're just a knobhead.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Suspiria, I don't like it.
No, yeah, still shit for me. Didn't really improve.
I'll have Suspiria on it.
I'm Suspiria on it.
Yeah.
Bex?
Yeah, Suspiria.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. How'd that poll go?
Can we be Lucas Suspiria rather than because it might?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Suspiria is magnificent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's change it to Suspiria 18.
Yeah.
Suspiria
18.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. How can they make that movie right when the opening of Suspiria is that intense and that beautiful and that brutal, and then they can make that?
I mean, it's a film that seems so embarrassed about the fact that it's a Suspiria remake that literally the title card is some random sign in the train station.
Do you remember when Werner Herzog made Bad Lieutenant Port of Call, New Orleans?
Yeah.
And somebody's interviewed him and he actually said, I've never actually seen Bad Lieutenant. I didn't even know it existed. Right? He didn't know that it was a thing. He just thought that was the title. Right? In the same way as he's in The Mandalorian, isn't he? And he's never seen a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Werner Herzog lives in a different world to everybody else. That's fine. Right? I would suggest that Luca Guadagnino hasn't seen Suspiria. And if he has, he doesn't like it.
I wonder if he thinks his is better.
He does.
Oh, he does. He does.
He absolutely does.
Well, it's shite.
Yeah, but he's the sort of person that could draw a stick man and would put it up next to any painting in the world and go,
Yeah, mine's better.
mine is better. My stick man I have drawn with my own fecal matter. It is better than everything in the Louvre. I will send this to the Louvre now. And they've gone, oh, for fuck's sake, it's another shit stick. I wish you'd stop saying there's these.
Okay. Nice. The therapy session is over.
Our audience poll
Yes.
on that doesn't matter because they're all stupid. Actually, well, this is quite weird, actually. Definitely not shit 60% and shit 40%.
What? Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder if people thought I meant the other one.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. We'll say that. We'll insult our audience by saying they got it the wrong one.
I think
That's brilliant.
That's covering for them. Covering for the ones that were wrong.
Okay, so let's do some what we watched. I'm actually in rather dire need of a shit. So Mark and Becky, if you'd like to talk amongst yourselves, please feel free. And I will be back presently.
Cool. Shoot, you do your one that you watched on your lonesome. Well, not yet. Were you on your own?
What's you with Isabel?
There you go, not your lonesome. All my solo ones were on my lonesome.
So after having a chat with Ian the other day about child-friendly horror-esque movies, and suggesting The Hole, and then realising that it's really not appropriate for Lottie.
It's totes and approach.
Totes and approach. Decided to rewatch it with Isabel because it's on Prime, and it's just really good. I really like The Hole, and will rewatch it ad infinitum until I eventually get bored, which I can't see happening. It's just a really good sort of.
Is that one with Haley Bennett in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
She kind of crops up, makes like 6 films in a year, then disappears for 3 years, then comes back and makes 6 films in a year, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
She's very pretty as well.
She is very pretty. She looks like Jennifer Lawrence if Jennifer Lawrence hadn't disappeared up her own arse. It's just really good. It's a really solid introduction to horror kind of movie. I think it's scary enough that it's good for kind of cutting your teeth, but it's not so scary that like pre-teens, early teens would be super frightened by it.
Yeah.
And I think it's got, like if you want to be super cheesy about it, it's got a really nice message about overcoming your fears and all that kind of shit.
I think it's fine to say it has a really nice message to it. I think that's the whole point of it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it really. On the whole, I think it's a definite recommend. Anyone that's not seen it, absolutely watch it because it's great and it's a really good. We didn't watch it on a Sunday afternoon, but it's a really good Sunday afternoon movie.
Cool. Should we do a couple ones that I watched on my lonesome?
Yeah, go on, because I don't think I've got any others that I watched on my lonesome.
After a conversation on Twitter with Noel and Adam Lowe's, he when I said I've actually got on with every Todd Phillips movie and I really quite like it, they both said, yeah, Due Date, mate. And I was like, right, I don't remember Due Date, but I do know I've seen it and I'm kind of quite liking it. So I rewatched Due Date with Robert Downey Jr. Or Iron Man, as he's also known. Zach Galifianakis, Michelle Monaghan, Juliette Lewis, and Jamie Foxx. I watched that, yeah. I will admit it's my least favourite Todd Phillips movie. And it's only 95 minutes long, and that feels quite long for this movie. But I kind of enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing Robert Downey Jr. just being a prick rather than just being a charismatic can be a prick. So yeah, but
I think I've seen this.
I think it's Zach Galifianakis too turned up. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think when you've got the Hangover, when you've got all those people to bounce off him,
yeah,
it softens that a little bit. When you've just got him bouncing off one person, he's a little bit too much. So like the Campaign, for instance, where it's him and Will Ferrell, it's too much.
Yeah.
This is too much.
Okay.
So it's a little too much, but yeah. So I will concede that possibly not his greatest works, Todd Phillips, but we need to just allow him one. Everyone gets one.
Everyone gets one, like with Spider-Man.
Yeah, like with Spider-Man. I watched Gulliver's Travels. The
Jack Black one.
The Jack Black one.
Why? That's all. I think Universe knows China.
What, the Jack Black film?
Yes.
Oh wow.
All right, I'll quickly say I enjoyed Gulliver's Travels.
Of course you did.
It's Big Jack Black. Black is the new big. That is the tagline. That is literally the tagline.
Okay, yeah.
Black is the new big.
Okay.
Which I think now is actually kind of sexist, like sexual. I think it's some kind of reference to that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I can see why nobody else in the world did, but I did.
Well, good for you.
Yes, I often feel that about films.
That's true.
Well, it is. Moving on.
What else did you watch, hello?
I watched Killers.
What, the Katherine Heigl Ashton Kutcher film?
That's the
He's
one.
on a bit of a Katherine Heigl thing.
Fucking hell.
It's really fucking weird.
Is it though?
It's like he's just discovered her himself.
I have.
You haven't?
I have.
Katherine Heigl's been around a while.
Not like this. She hasn't.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. I really liked this. It makes no sense. Everything is way too convenient in it. Like, way too convenient. Tom Selleck, it is literally like he's gone, I will agree to do this as long as basically everybody points at me every 15 seconds I'm on screen and pays me a compliment.
That's like the most specific rider of all time.
Yeah. Catherine O'Hara's character literally just drinks throughout the entire thing. And nobody seems to have a problem with this. And it never gets referenced. And it's almost like she just went, the only way I can get through this paycheck is if I just drink all the alcohol that my character's supposed to be drinking. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it, to be honest.
Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. That.
Yeah. Catherine Heigl gets to be a bitch.
Well, so she plays to...
Yeah, she's playing a type, yes. But I liked that about her. And then it came to you, Becky, saying, haven't you seen every Catherine Heigl movie? And I realised, yes, I have seen every Catherine Heigl movie.
That's just tragic. That's honestly tragic. I don't think Catherine Heigl's seen every Catherine Heigl movie.
No, for sure.
I don't think Catherine Heigl's family have seen every Catherine Heigl movie.
So what you're saying is, I am more important to Catherine Heigl than her family. Catherine Heigl's family probably hate her.
Probably, she seems like a bitch.
She does seem like a bitch. She seems like she would invite them round every Christmas just to flaunt her wealth at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just be shitty for them. Refer to them as the names of her shitty movies because that's how she paid them to be there. Her mother is just called Knocked Up for her at Christmas.
Because she got knocked up with her.
No, because she made Knocked Up. Yeah, I've seen every single one. I actually, the last movie she made, Unforgettable, I made Ian go to the cinema to watch that.
Oh, Matt, that's just mean.
Oh, is that her and Rosario Dawson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of had fun with that.
I enjoyed that. I'm going to rewatch that this week.
On your own?
Probably. Yeah, I enjoyed that Catherine Heigl movie. For Catherine Heigl, and I also really like Ashton Kutcher. So
oh God, Unforgettable. That's the one that it kind of ends with almost like the promise of a sequel, but this time it's Catherine Heigl's mum who's going to be the psycho.
Yeah,
isn't that what? That's what happens at the end.
That's what happens. Yeah,
it's fucking brilliant.
Still waiting for that sequel. Over at you, Netflix or Prime?
It's on Prime. It's on Prime, the Unforgettable.
Cool, we need to watch that daily so they eventually go, well, there's a lot of traffic on this. We better do that sequel. And our last one.
I'd say just leave it running for the dog during the day, but I wouldn't subject the fucking dog to that.
No, but what will happen is they'll just note that it's coming from the same IP address and they'll probably send the police round.
They'll go, are you the gentleman that keeps watching this Catherine Heigl movie? And I'll go, I'm the gentleman that keeps watching all the Catherine Heigl movies.
And then you get arrested.
Yeah. It'll be the first court case ever where it's just like they'll just say, look, we're just going to send you to a special prison where all you get to do is watch Catherine Heigl movies.
I think you'd get sectioned.
And I think I'd be like, this is great.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Yeah. Bring it on. Yeah.
What happens when the new Rosamund Pike movie comes out though, Mark?
Oh my word.
Imagine them two in a movie.
Huh?
Can you imagine them two in a buddy comedy?
I think Rosamund Pike could kill her.
I think she actually would.
I think Mark would die.
Yeah,
I think your heart would just give out.
Yeah.
Oh, stick what's her name in there as well?
Who?
Emma Roberts, Bella Thorne, like a four-piece ensemble cast.
This is amazing. There you go. You want to make an Avengers all fucking female superhero one? Just do that.
I keep thinking about that scene in Endgame, and the more I think about it, the more fucking painful and cringy it actually is.
Let's do the one that we watched together.
What was that?
Gangster Squad.
Did we watch that all the way to the end?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. You've had a week.
did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gangster Squad's an odd one.
Yeah.
It feels like it should be a different movie, but it isn't.
It's not, I didn't hate it on
I like Gangster Squad. I think it's really good. No, I'll rephrase that.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I think it's gone from being absolute crap to enjoyable nonsense.
It does feel like all the cast signed on to make it, and then turned up and went right. So where's the director? And they pointed at Ruben Fleischer and went, him, the guy in the Vans and the hoodie, is making this movie. And I've gone, yeah. Gone, shit.
Oh, it's the guy that did Venom.
What?
It's the guy who directed Venom.
Ruben Fleischer directed Venom?
Yeah,
Why do this every time someone mentions that Ruben Fleischer directed Venom?
probably.
And Zombieland.
I know it was Zombieland, but I didn't know he did Venom. I probably did, because I think I did this when we did the Venom review.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gangster Squad. It's a really enjoyable, pulpy, schlocky gangster movie.
Yeah. Sean Penn's face is distracting in it.
Sean Penn feels like he was preparing for a totally different movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember how it ended. How did it end?
They all go for pizza.
Fair enough.
Ian, what have you been watching?
So, it's been a busy one actually. So, watched The Curse of La Llorona, which we were going to review, but you guys couldn't get to it. And to be honest, I think it would have been quite a quick review anyway. It's not great. It's just quite boring.
Your WhatsApp review to us was poetic.
Yes. Yeah. No. I willed myself to take a shit so that I could go to the toilet and have a couple minutes off. Because I was just bored.
So is it literally, do you think this was part of the Conjuring universe and then they went, no, it's too shit?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, the thing is, the priest literally says in it at one point something about Annabelle, and it actually comes up with like a quick little bit of Annabelle. So it is in that universe, but I think it's interesting the marketing says like from the producers of The Conjuring, but doesn't tie it to the Conjuring universe like the marketing for The Nun did. And I think it is just because the quality of it, even though I mean like The Nun wasn't very good, but The Nun was such a big character in The Conjuring 2 that I think they just had to roll with it. Whereas with this, it just doesn't really feel like that. I mean, Linda Cardellini is good, and it's good to see her leading a film. There is an ex-priest turned like demon hunter guy in it who brightens up the second half of the film by just being the most weirdly chill, like ghost demon hunter person I think I've ever seen. Like his line delivery is amazing. It's like he's asleep like, throughout the entire thing. Like he is like almost like it was Cineworld Unlimited thing. So like I technically I paid for it, but I kind of don't really think I did. He kind of made it worth the trip to see it, to be honest, just because his character is so fucking bad. I mean, this is a film that got me thinking during it, just like all these kind of like scare sequences and whatnot. It's like, what is the demon's motivation for this shit? And it's like, how do these demons think, I know what will be really scary if somebody opens up an umbrella, a see-through umbrella, and then when they open it up, like my image is there. Like this actually had me thinking, is the weeping woman, La Llorona, is she actually thinking this? Like, I'm going to scare this person by appearing through an umbrella. Like, I want a horror film where the demons are actually like, right, what can I do to scare these people? Like, I want to know their thinking. And
like in Beetlejuice, where they try to work out how to scare people.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like behind the scenes shit.
Yeah, I mean that's it. It just, I don't know. It, like, the Weeping Woman. She does she even know what an umbrella is? Like, and that's what I was thinking during the course of this film. So yeah, it's shit, but the chill priest man is quite entertaining. But yeah, no, it's easy to see why this film is not done like any business whatsoever, and it is just because it's a very, very, very middling horror film, like very. So there you go, The Curse of La Llorona. And also the director is directing The Conjuring 3, and that's oh fuck.
Isn't that worrying?
Yeah. Okay. I watched Knock Down the House, Netflix original documentary about 4 women running for Congress. And it focuses on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. She's kind of commonly known as AOC, who is a fucking superstar, that woman. She's incredible. It's an interesting doc because obviously they didn't know what was going to happen with her or any of them. And kind of spoiler alert, I suppose, even though it's real life, she's the only one who actually gets elected to Congress. And it kind of it just shows how difficult this shit still like is for women. But some of the footage, like her campaign against the incumbent Democrat congressman, like they have this debate, and his fucking like casual kind of passive aggressive put downs of her are fucking infuriating. And she just rolls with it, and you know, she's sincere, she's honest, she seems to just want to do the right thing, she wants to do good for her community, and now in real life she's being a fucking rock star. And you know, if it weren't for the fact that you've got to be at least 35 to be a president, I think she would kind of be in the running for the Democratic nomination. I think that like whenever she's eligible for it, I think she's going to get the nomination. Like, incredible woman. The other 3 women in it, they're not focused on as much because, frankly, I think this film wants to be inspired. Like, it wants to be inspiring, but it wants to be hopeful. And it was interesting because there was one of the women they follow where they don't say what her vote share was for the Democratic nomination. So this isn't even Democratic versus Republican. It's Democratic, like Democrats nominating who is going to be their representative to fight an election for Congress. So this woman, I looked it up after, bless her, she only got 9% of the vote.
Whoa.
Yeah, and she's in fucking tears. And I was watching it, and like because the other 2 who lost, I think like they got like 30% of the vote, which feels more respectable. Whereas 9%, and like I say, it's the only one they don't mention, and like yeah, it's horrible. And like seeing her campaign and like why she's doing it, it's really inspiring. And then just watching her kind of get beat up like that, it's rough, but it's a really, really good documentary. So Knock Down the House is on Netflix. I very much recommend it. Okay. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. So the last How to Train Your Dragon film. It's good. I don't think it really hits the heights of the first 2 films from a filmmaking point of view, but it very much ends this trilogy on a decent note. If you like the first 2, you will like this one, but I don't think it's quite to where I wanted it to be. But yeah, solid. Someone Great, another Netflix original comedy about basically this woman breaks up with her boyfriend. She wants to get kind of like fucked up with her friends, and it kind of goes on from there. Really enjoyed it for like the first 45 minutes or so, like really laugh out loud funny stuff, but then the friends kind of get separated. It focuses on her and like flashbacks to relationships, her relationship with her boyfriend and whatnot. I wasn't entirely sure what the film was actually trying to say. And there's also this kind of weird message that that like pills are really, really good and nothing bad happens from them. You just have a really good time, which I thought was odd. Because like I nearly jumped off a fucking cliff on pills once, and like tainted shit, but that shit can mess you up if you have a bad patch. But anyway, yeah, it's just so that was kind of like a personal bugbear for the film, really. I'm nearly done. A Dog's Journey.
How did you get on with that one?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like if you like dogs, you'll tear up several times, I think. It's basically like almost like Hallmark Channel movie of the week kind of thing, but with dogs. So, you know, I can't hate it entirely. Dennis Quaid, he has some old man makeup at the end, which is very, 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 very bad. So yeah, Dog's Journey. It's a fucking Dog's Journey. Lottie liked it, so you know it's fine. Watch Long Shot. I agree with you guys. It's great. We'll talk about Long Shot again at some point in the future, I'm sure. But they made that relationship work, and that's quite something. You know, the marketing's fucking awful, and I think, to be honest with you, that poster of like him like with his like fingers up and Charlize Theron just looking a bit like, oh, that character, fuck off. That like that poster's awful. But Long Shot, it's a better film than the marketing suggests.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And last one from me, Alpha, the Albert Hughes directed boy and his wolf dog movie, which came out last year, and it kind of feels like it's already been forgotten about completely. So it's basically Cody Smith-McPhee. He is presumed dead, and he teams up with a dog, and it's basically the story of how dogs became man's best friend. Visually quite interesting, but it kind of feels like it should have been longer and it should have been grander. It's like an hour and a half long, and it feels like it wants to be 2 hours long. I'm kind of glad it wasn't, though. But yeah, another dog film, but probably on an equal footing with A Dog's Journey, quality-wise, overall. And that's me. So,
cool.
Should we do some JSA?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now I'm just going to plug in my laptop. Sec. And my sound quality has probably just gone down for those listening, just because my MacBook only has one USB-C slot, and I need that to charge the MacBook. And I really wish I got a MacBook Pro, because at least that has two USB-C slots. Anyway, so apologies for the change in audio quality. So, Joint Security Area, Jordan McGrath's Patreon pick, and directed by Park Chan-Wook and starring Song Kang-ho, Lee Young-ae, Lee Byung-hun, Kim Tae-woo, Shin Ha-kyun, Christoph Holf-Richter, Herbert Ulrich, Ki Ju-bong, and others. So, I'd seen Joint Security Area before, but not for fucking ages, and I'd basically forgotten everything about it. So It was almost like a first-time watch for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Becky, first-time watch?
Yeah, first-time watch, yeah.
Okay, what do you think?
It absolutely was not what I was expecting at all. But I really, really, really loved it. The relationship building. I mean, we've watched quite a few of of his movies, and tonally, it's quite significantly different. But stylistically, I think it's very similar. There's a lot of his beats that you can pick out from it, and obviously there's a lot of familiar faces in it as well from his other films. So, well, not a lot, but there is enough to be, oh, it's that guy from his other film. So, but yeah, I didn't expect it to be about what it was about. I'm really glad I didn't read more about it before watching it, because it's basically about them sort of overcoming the situation that they're in and forming relationships between the four of them.
Yeah.
But then obviously shit kicks off and it's brought to light that these four guys that shouldn't be allowed to be friends with each other because there's this one bridge in the way, have actually been seeing each other on a fairly regular basis. So yeah, it really shocked me. Not with regards to the quality, because I expected it to be really good, but just the actual subject matter itself.
Yeah, that's kind of my feeling on it as well. Like, I definitely had seen it before because I recognised moments of it, but yeah, the very sweet film, weirdly.
Really sweet film, yeah.
Yeah.
Them all being bezies and like having little parties in the shed.
Mark, what do you think?
For some reason in my head again, I'd seen it, but I only remember like the action bits of it, and for some reason in my head it was more action based.
Yeah.
I don't know whether maybe I've watched it in a slew of Asian films, and a lot of the other ones, action ones, and some of them kind of molded into one. But yeah, it's a thoroughly enjoyable film. Like you say, I think sweet is the right way to kind of describe it. The fact that it does kind of take you by surprise in just how it is more of a character piece rather than anything else. And that's it's you're spending time with these people and just getting to know the almost like the way that you've got the ones from South Korea are almost kind of fascinated along with you at the ones from North Korea being like, holy shit, what's that? We don't get that here.
Yeah. It felt really natural, like the bits between them as initially like the three of them and then the four of them felt just really, really natural. I think that obviously is a credit to the director and the actors, but it's, yeah. I did not think sweet would be the main descriptor of this movie going into it.
No, quite, because I mean, like it starts like that first 25 minutes kind of gives you the impression that it's going to be like a twisty, like procedural thriller, and then it just turns into something completely different once it starts to flashback.
Yeah.
It does. It goes from being like a military film to being not a military film. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think once it changes tempo and gets along that track, it does kind of takes you by surprise a little bit. It takes you a minute to reset, doesn't it?
Because it becomes quite funny.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And then, of course, it goes back to being quite unfunny.
Unfunny. Yeah, the ending's really sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's kind of melancholic as well. Like, they're kind of like scanning around the photo right at the end of it as well.
God,
it's I don't know, it's weird because obviously, Park Chan-Wook is kind of like known for doing some quite fucked up shit. I mean, like you look at the Handmaiden, and
the Vengeance trilogy.
Exactly, the Vengeance trilogy and whatnot. And I haven't seen his TV show. What was that show that he did for BBC?
Little Drummer Girl.
Yeah, Little Drummer Girl. I should see that, quite frankly. But I understand there's some kind of that's quite dark in moments as well. But this is like this has got to be his lightest film, even though it's about the killing of like soldiers in mysterious circumstances, and yet somehow it's his most like I say, sweetest film. It's an odd duck, and I mean, like, Asian films can be tonally quite mad, But this doesn't feel mad. It's just surprising, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still rather taken by it. I mean, like, I'll be honest, I watched it like a week ago, so my memory of it is somewhat fading. But yeah, it's a bit of a banger.
Yeah, I always kind of expect it to be because it is the filmmaker it is.
Just looking at his filmography, I'd forgotten about this one, but have you seen I'm a Cyborg, but that's okay, Ian? That's quite a sweet one as well.
Oh, actually, yeah, I forgot he did that. I quite like. I quite like that. No, good point. Yeah. He did that after the Vengeance trilogy, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Maybe he needed a palate cleanser.
Well, that's literally what he said. And then he made Thirst after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Thirst. Yeah. God, what a series of films.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Stoker's fucking brilliant as well.
We've still not seen The Handmaiden, have we?
You weren't keen on Stoker, were you? Or am I remembering that wrong?
No, I went Stoker.
Did you?
Yeah.
The Handmaiden's plenty messed up.
Yeah,
it's good.
I've just not got around to it yet because it's 168 minutes long.
Mm. Yeah, that's a fair reason to not get around to it. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like I might be spent, actually. Sorry.
I think I think part of it is because a lot of of the film is just their interactions.
Yeah. But like the way that things all tie together, like the drawings and the picture of the sister, and you know, it's just there is a sense of fatalism throughout it that things don't end well.
Mm.
So when you're watching them having all this fun together, it's like
you have to keep reminding yourself, yeah.
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 Yeah, definitely not shit though, eh?
Definitely not shit, yes. And our audience one on that one was... Wow. Definitely not shit, 100%.
Of course.
Yeah.
Is that our first time?
I think we did it once before for something else. Another retro review, actually.
Yeah, that would make sense. Oh, very good.
Yeah. But I'm fine with that. I think... if you're that way inclined and you're the person who would watch something like a Park Chan-Wook film, I think you'd struggle to not appreciate it.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Okay, Twitter, what have we got?
Questions. Let me just find them. Where is it? There we go. So I asked, recording tonight, so here's our question for you. What are your favourite / standout rain-soaked films or scenes? Steve Dixon, the great SD. Identity is a fun rain-filled film.
Oh, it is.
That is true.
Yeah,
It's a good shout.
I love Identity.
Rick Kidd at Rick J. Kidd. Tears in the Rain scene from Blade Runner and the final Grand Prix from Rush, and the start of the Battle of Helm's Deep from the Two Towers jump.
Oh, Rush is a good one. Sorry.
John McGrath, Tears in the Rain scene from Blade Runner, and maybe the opening fight scene in The Grandmaster. That's a good point.
That's a lovely one, yeah.
Ethan, it's the 13 Assassins. Is the end battle of that in Rain? I seem to think it is.
13 Assassins? God, I can't remember.
Literally, the last half of that movie is that one big battle, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a cracking film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ethan Embar at Ethan 2. First two that spring to mind are Four Weddings and the Spider-Man Kiss. Fair enough.
The Spider-Man kiss was quite a seminal moment in my youth. The dance in the first Spider-Man. Yeah.
Gary Ferry at the Biscuit G. Andy Dufresne's Escape from Shawshank. Craig Stevenson at Craig Stevenson. I would love to say I have to say Ron Howard's Rush, but that's motivated by love of F1 as well as movies. The side will be the iconic Shawshank Redemption scene. So yeah, let's correct that. Paul Llewellyn, Tears in the Rain, of course. A wet Eastwood and Streep hand on the handle in British Madison County. The rain sounded like gunfire in Private Ryan, and Utah's target practice in Point Break are the first that come to mind. Of course, you've got Utah's target practice in Point Break, and then you've got the juxtaposition of the end of Point Break. That's set in rain as well. Yeah.
Isn't the whole ending sequence in First Blood raining?
It is. And in John Wick.
John Wick.
Yep. Martin Horns, Woody Allen escaping from prison in the rain. Not quite sure on that one.
In what film?
I don't know.
Maybe in real life.
Maybe in real life, yeah. Maybe it's just that's foreboding. Eon Monkey, I just want to be the first to say Seven Samurai. Yeah, that's a very good one, that. Now the 500 other people who say it are not as good as me unless someone else said it while I was typing this. Also, fucking hell, do you know what? Wonderful fact gleaned from Mel Gibson on the Braveheart commentary. Real rain does not show up on film. It rained nearly every day while they were shooting in Ireland, which is why the whole movie looks damp. But for the rain scenes, they had to add fake rain over the real rain.
Nice.
Mel Gibson in the end fight scene in Lethal Weapon where he's fighting Gary Busey.
Isn't that, in my mind, that was just a sprinkler. Is that wrong?
I'm pretty sure it's raining as well.
Okay, all right.
I'm pretty sure, but you may be right on that one.
Is nobody going to mention the classic movie Hard Rain?
I did put that on the gram.
On the gram.
On the gram.
I like Hard Rain.
I like Hard Rain. So I'll say
I like Hard Rain the movie and actual Hard Rain.
The actual
weather.
Hard Rainy weather, yes.
Yeah.
I also asked for questions for us. Steve Dixon.
You're not going to ask any of us for our opinion?
Oh yeah, we used to have Hard Rain. So you having that one?
Well, no, because like my actual one would be the Tears in Rain sequence.
No, you can't have yet Hard Rain.
Okay,
Ian, what's yours?
I don't know. I mean, like, it's just Tears in Rain. It's kind of a. Do you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna throw out a bit of a fucking curveball here. Harry Dean Stanton's death in Alien, because it looks like it's raining because of all the condensation and shit from the it's a really, really wet death.
Space Rain.
Yeah.
I'll take Space Rain. What were you gonna say, Becky?
I just remembered when I looked at the wall, scene in Totoro.
Oh, Totoro, of course, yeah.
Oh fuck! I need to change my
on
answer right now. It's that it. No, you're right. It's the bus stop scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, well played on that, Bex. I'm going to take credit for that because I bought the poster.
Yeah, no. What?
Steve Dixon at the Great SD. If you could pick Prime Schwarzenegger into a recent movie, which one would you put him in?
Skyscraper.
Yeah, I was going to say anything with The Rock.
That's fair enough.
But maybe some alongside The Rock. I'd like to see Prime Schwarzenegger and The Rock riffing off each other.
Well, yeah, that's why I'd put him in like Fate of the Furious or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either Skyscraper or the House Bunny.
Where he plays the house bunny. He plays Anna Faris as well.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Hobbs and Shaw. Stick him in there.
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw. He's both of their dad. And that's when they look at each other and go, nice. Whoa! And look at it, he's both of their dads.
If we're talking Prime Schwarzenegger, he wouldn't be old enough to be their dad.
It doesn't matter.
It's always Prime Schwarzenegger.
It doesn't
matter.
I want his character from Predator to be Woody in Toy Story 4.
Oh, I had a really weird dream the other night. I'll tell you about it later.
That sounds dirty.
No, it's the one I told you about involving the giant statues of Toy Story characters chasing us and trying to kill us.
Well, you just told everyone now.
Well, yeah, there we go.
Sweet.
Slinky, Bo Peep and Woody.
That's terrifying. Rick Kidd at Rick J. Kidd. I rewatched Once Upon a Time in America at the weekend, and the ending is, of course, ambiguous. What are your favourite film endings which are ambiguous and open to the viewer's interpretation?
The Thing.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. See, Once Upon a Time in America would be one of mine for sure. That ending's fantastic. That film's fantastic. Problematic to watch now because James Woods is a horrific prick. Rather than just being a normal prick like he normally was. So yeah, I'm gonna throw. I know it's very fucking cliche, and people right now are going, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. But I'm gonna put Inception in there because it is a good one.
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive's a very good shout. Yeah.
Inception isn't ambiguous. The guy in my screening of it, when the credits went up, and he just shouted in a very strong Welsh accent, "It was bloody stopping." That he didn't think it was ambiguous.
No, he didn't. But it is.
Yeah, Mulholland Drive for me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mulholland Drive. Good one. Cool. Yeah, I'm stealing since going for Once Upon a America.
Fair enough. Yeah, what's that one
That's a really good shout. Is the thing.
Yeah, it's good.
Sorry.
What's that Nick Cage alcoholic movie with that lady in it?
Leaving Las Vegas.
Living Las Vegas. Yeah.
Not that it's ambiguous, but
Just that.
Yeah,
What the
you know what it
fuck
was.
reminded you of that?
Once Upon a Time in America, Las Vegas is in America.
It's a leap.
It is
I'm not gonna
a
lie, that's a leap.
Is that on anything? I'd like to watch
We've
that.
got it on Blu-ray. We've got the
Okay.
Ultimate Edition.
I might make you
The
watch
ultimate edition of Leaving Las Vegas.
No, not Leaving Las Vegas. Like Once Upon a
that.
America.
Oh, God, no.
I was gonna say, like, the ultimate edition of Leaving Las Vegas.
Let's face it, we'd all watch that.
Uh,
I want to watch Leaving Las Vegas. It's probably
Has anybody
depressing,
seen the
isn't
footage of Nick Cage angrily singing Purple Rain?
it? No.
It is a little bit like 2009 when we all laughed at Britney Spears having like a breakdown in a public
okay.
theatre.
Yeah.
It seems like everyone's doing that again, but this time it's with Nick Cage.
What,
where he
hang on.
randomly,
is this
like,
new?
What?
Is this new?
Yeah. Well, did you see that where he essentially got married and then got an annulment, but while he was getting married was literally shouting, "She's only doing this for my money."
No, he was doing that while he was getting his marriage license.
Yeah, while the woman is going, "You don't have to do this."
Yeah.
He then got an annulment, went out and got
I
drunk.
never asked you to do this.
and just sang Purple Rain, but really aggressively, like it was a protest song.
Oh, God. No, I don't think I want to watch that.
You don't. It's not that long a clip, but you watch it going, this isn't funny. There's something wrong here.
Mm.
Is that not just standard Nick Cage behaviour though?
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah. That was all our questions that we had.
Okay, cool.
The
Okay.
clip's titled Nicolas Cage ruins Purple Rain.
No.
Oh. No, it's
I
not
don't-
funny though because like we should have learnt a lesson from the whole
Britney.
what is it? I'm not here
Yeah.
experiment.
Yeah.
We should have learnt a lesson from that, and we fucking don't, do we? We still see it and we go, look what he's fucking doing, crazy bastard.
Oh, Nick Cage, you
What a
mad
cad.
cad.
Yeah. It ain't funny, really.
It's not, but I'm still laughing.
I'm still gonna watch it. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Fucking hell. I don't think I can bring myself to. May I ask, would you guys be able to get to John Wick Chapter 3 next Wednesday?
Specifically.
Yes, we can. We're already planning
Point in
it.
my face. Don't point your finger in my face.
We're already planning
I'm just-
it anyway, aren't
Yes, no. Yeah.
we? Yes.
Yeah.
Because we're off work.
Eden Camp is after the Eden Camp is not next week.
No, it's not next week.
So
We're going to Eden Camp.
He won't know where that is.
Google Eden Campy and we're going there.
okay.
We're going to an ex-fucking concentration camp.
It's not an ex-concentration camp.
Prisoner of war camp.
No.
It was a prisoner of war camp.
It
Just
was.
because they were our prisoners doesn't make it not a prisoner of war camp.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
That sounds delightful.
It's actually really quite good.
Really good. And then you can put a penny in a machine and it presses it for you.
Which has nothing to do with prisoners of war.
It says Eden Camp on it though when you press
It
it.
still has nothing to do with prisoners of war.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Okay. So
Yes,
if you guys
we
can
are
get,
off next
yeah,
Wednesday.
if you guys can get
What?
cool. So if we record next Thursday, then we could do John Wick and Detective Pikachu.
Pika.
What a double bill.
I'm fucking loving that.
Well, we have to watch John Wick and John Wick 2 then.
Detective Pikachu was shot on 35mm.
It was.
Literally, when I saw it, I thought, I actually looked at that and went, fuck off. And then checked and went, fuck off. makes me want to see even more now.
How excited you are for Detective Pikachu is really, like, it's quite alarming.
Yeah, I know.
I'm all over that. The 4K is going to look fucking amazing as well.
I've never seen any Pokemon ever at all. Is that kid called Ash? He's not.
No,
in
not in the film.
Nope. I literally don't know what Pokemon are.
Oh, mate, get ready for Psyduck. Just get ready for Psyduck.
I'm so up for this movie.
I kind of feel like you need to do some
Not going to do any. Like when I went to watch The Hobbit 3, having not seen either of the Hobbit other movies.
That was fucking funny. I can't believe you did that.
You've never even read the book.
I've never read the books. No, didn't look at anything at all.
I forgot about that.
Why did you do that?
Because we thought it would be funny.
Oh, you crazy bastard.
Oh, that was good. I completely forgot about that. That was brilliant. So yeah, we'll do John Wick Chapter 3 and Detective Pikachu. We'll also do Yumi and Dupree. I think we're all going to watch all the John Wick films, so we'll probably just have a bit of a Wickathon.
A Wickathon.
But also Pika Pika. So yeah. That's it. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to go to bed. I think these two are going to get some food. Filmbastards@gmail.com, at DudeFoz, at BexyFoz, at Ian Loring, at Filmbastards. And yeah, I think that's about it, eh?
That is it. I think we might even try and sneak a pint in, might we?
Yeah. Ian, it's only 10:30. Why are you off to bed?
Because I was very drinky last night, and I feel
very
like
sleepy now.
I need sleep. Sleep.
Well, you have a pleasant night.
Sweet dreams.
Well, you too, guys, and goodbye, listeners. Here's Tenebrae, because I want to do wow 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 wow. Yeah.
Literally like bidding the concert again.
Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful.
Right, catch you soon, bud.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I won't mind doing that.
Sha-la-la-la,